Yo, yo, yo.
What up, what up, what up?
It's your boy Kraynupe.
Your boy Kemetic Energy.
And we about to give you this
Dirty
30.
Oh, shit.
It's all good. We straight. Man, it's your boy Kraynupe and your man Kemetic Energy. And we added again with the dirty 30.
It was really, really, really good. It was popping.
We down here in the H-Town, man. Shouts out to everybody out here in Texas, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, Texas. We down here, baby. And shout out to our loves out there in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, and
still
the
got
Carolinas. You know,
still
we
got
still love y'all. Man, be on the lookout for the new season of Dirty Mouth Radio coming to you soon.
Soon and very soon.
Soon and very soon. We just working out some of the minor details and we gonna give it to y'all. Freaking rough, rugged, dirty, how y'all like it.
In full effect.
Full effect. So man,
like that.
With that being said, with this being a dirty 30, man, how you been living? How you been feeling, dog? You know?
I'm chilling, man.
How you liking the whole Texas vibe and the whole Houston shit?
It's just straight. Yeah. Some things I still gotta get acclimated to, but you know, for the most part.
So it ain't like, oh shoot, it's tight as it's just like, it's alright. Cause you know how you like to be all, you know.
What? Like to be all what?
Like, what do they call it when you not excited about nothing?
Nonchalant?
Yes.
That is bull. I don't be nonchalant. This shit is tight. I ain't gonna fucking flex out here. This shit is tight as fuck.
It's tight.
I enjoy it. There's some cons to it too, but for the most part, there are pros. Yo. I do fuck with this shit. I
every
rock
city.
Yeah, I rock with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here for a minute. Alright, put it that way.
Dig it. I feel it. Your boy Kraynupe down here, man. We in the H-Town. But with that being said, let's get into it straight away because we only got 30, man. What's good? What's been on your mind, Kemetic?
Man, it's a lot on my mind, but I want you to go first, man.
Son, why we always gotta do it this way? You go first. Cause you got the thing that you was like, oh, I'm about to give him that work today. I want to hear what you got to say.
All right, man. This is my thing, right? All right, so it kind of ties into Sharday-lations type things, dealing with not really relationships, but all around male and female type stuff, right? So I was at work, right, and there was this girl, right? She, in my opinion, right? I believe all women are beautiful. But to me, she wasn't that attractive to me. But she had some pretty nice ass tattoos. If you know me, I like tattoos. I do. Right? So, me seeing her with her tattoos all out, all her arms is all out and everything, right? She came past me and I was like, yo, you know, you got some nice line work on your arms. Where you get your work done at, right? So she had the audacity to cock her head and kind of like walk off and be like, oh, hell no. So I'm looking, I'm like, what? Now my coworkers, they looking at me like, damn, what did you tell her? And like, you know me, I don't like calling girls out their names. But all I said was, the girl got some dope ass tattoos. Now she ugly as shit. But like her tattoos look nice. No, because that's my thing, son. That's my thing. Like, you can be like physically attractive, but if you got an attitude and shit, that shit'll make you look ugly as hell. And that's exactly what that shit did. And I made sure I said that shit so she could fucking hear me. And she was totally embarrassed.
It's crazy though, because some dudes actually like girls with attitudes. Like I don't like that shit. Son.
That shit is like childish high school bullshit. And that's kind of what she gave me. And then, so I had to talk to the girls that was around me at work. And I was like, yo, why is it that every girl who gets a fake ass or just, you know, just some fake shit, always think that a dude is trying to holler at them. Sometimes we just want to talk to you about some shit. Like, that shit kind of irked my nerves for the last 2 days. I was just like, dog, why the hell does it have to be like that? That kind of goes into what people say in chivalry being dead. Like, the minute somebody tries to have a conversation with you, you think he trying to holler. The minute he try to open up a door for you, you think he trying to holler. And then you're not appreciative on top of that shit. So it's like, but then we don't do the shit, or we just some, we just some low down dirty niggas. Like, am I right or am I right?
I mean, I feel you,
Dog.
but I understand it from like two different sides too.
So you tell me the other side, because I didn't understand that shit.
The other side to the game is like, if you think like a woman and stuff, and you think like, you know, how the culture like holds the females, you know, to a, you know, this type of standard, like a male versus a woman, if a woman gets hit on 100 times a day, males are probably getting hit on maybe once, if that. You know what I'm saying? Like, women get hit on 20, 30 times more than dudes, and that's all females. So like, if you go through a whole day and 50 dudes have literally told you that you're beautiful, or that you looking good, or hey cutie, or what's going on, and you know, laughing at your booty and watching you, you know what I'm saying, looking at you all day, I would assume that it's like a superstar mentality. You get tired of the paparazzi and shit.
That's
like,
total bullshit.
I mean, but like, you think about it. If you a super,
I need a damn drink off that one. That's total bullshit.
But think about it,
no,
sir. If you as a dude, right? Think about this. If you as a dude was getting hit on 24/7 all day, every room that you step into, every joint, every female in that joint is gawking at you. Don't you think that you would actually, like, after a certain point in time, it would become like normal? So like, you just be like, maybe you tired of it and shit?
No.
You would never get tired of that.
I would not get tired of that shit. And I would not shoot down somebody that wants to have a genuine conversation.
I mean, that's like, different. That's different.
But that's the thing. You know when somebody's trying to holler at you, and you know when somebody's trying to have a conversation with you. But there's a big difference. The body language is different. The tone of the voice is different. It is so many fucking different things. I didn't give her no fucking vibes that I was interested. Only thing I asked her was like, yo, your line work is pretty tight. A fucking, you know, a compliment out here is trying to holler. I mean, granted, yeah. I mean, some dudes do play that compliment role, but I gave her no other signs that I was trying to holler at her.
A lot of brothers be doing that.
But I gave her no signs that I was trying to holler at her. I just asked her, where did you get your work done at? That's it. That is it.
I feel you, dog, but like, I don't know, son. Like, if I literally had joints trying to go smack at me every day, all day long, like everywhere I go, it's just joints over here looking at my print, or they over here looking at my pets. At some point in time, bro, I'm just gonna probably get to the point where I just have to ignore it because it becomes overwhelming and stuff. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Somebody always, like, if you go to Atlanta, and let's keep it G, let's keep it real, brothers be getting hit on by brothers in Atlanta. And we've heard the stories about brothers being hit on in Atlanta. It don't stop.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if you a brother in Atlanta and you got all these dudes who are interested in other dudes hitting on you, oh man, I like the line work with your haircut. Oh man, I like what you did with your beard. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, buddy. Okay. All right, got you. At a certain point in time, dog, you gonna be ready. Anytime you see a nigga, you gonna be turning around, going the other way, dog.
I mean, I feel you on that, but it's like, dog, certain things. It was kind of like a really conceited type of thing. You gotta maintain your humbleness in certain situations. Yeah. Like, you can't always be conceited about shit, and that's the part that gets me the most. Mm-hmm. Like, it's always like a conceited mentality when you get something enhanced or something done that everybody's just gonna want to holler at your ass. True. Just because you have a fat ass doesn't make you look any like sexier. Yeah. We just looking at your ass. That's right. Because if you ugly as fuck before you got the ass, you just ugly with a fat ass. We just looking at your ass, and we really ain't looking at your face.
You can't be calling no females.
No, ugly, I'm just saying, like, if you know, I'm just giving you the real. Like I say, nobody is, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Let me say attraction, not ugly. Okay, if I ain't attracted to you, I'll just look at your ass, and I just won't look at nothing else.
True. I mean, I
ain't trying to rant. I'm just saying, like, it kind of irked my nerves, dog. And I know there's somebody out here that understands where I'm coming from with that shit. Because that shit is it's fucked up. It truly is. It's like, dog, where are we at in a society? And that was the real issue I was having. I was really trying to figure out and paint a broader picture. Is this where we going to as a freaking society? Because it's a lot of women out here getting these BBLs and all this other shit. We're getting to a point where you can't have a conversation without somebody trying to holler at you, or even deeper and more scarier, you can't say something to somebody without them feeling harassed or threatened.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It goes, that's what I'm saying. The rabbit hole goes even deeper.
We living in a different culture right now. We living in a real different culture right now. Like, everything is like, conversations aren't held like between you and I, like person to person. Like, everything is like done through a text message or through a meme or some Snapchat or something like that.
And
so
it's
stupid, like,
man. It's
and
terrible.
like women are quick to jump on stuff like that. Then, you know, fast. I don't know. I can't even say that. That's probably some sexist shit. So let me throw that out the window. But I don't know. Like, a lot of females that I have talked to or that I do talk to, like, it's like they all up on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they making what are them little quick feeds that you do on Instagram and stuff?
Reels and
them
shit.
little reels and stuff. Everybody's doing that stuff now. You know what I'm saying? And all these females is doing just set up their phone, walking, and looking for comments, looking for compliments. And it's like everybody's fishing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just can't have common conversation. But I was never really like a conversationalist anyway. Like, me, I just like to chill. Like,
I mean, my thing is, I'm a conversationalist, and I didn't used to be like that. I used to be the type of, I was kind of like anti. But me, I really do like having like face-to-face conversations with people. I don't do too much texting because there's too much thought that goes behind text messages. I'd rather like talk to you face-to-face or talk to you on the phone. Call me fucking Stone Age, but I like to hear your natural reaction. If you putting a text message in and you really thinking about the shit, you're gonna think about it too much, and you're gonna somebody's gonna misinterpret what you're trying to say. There's no tone in there, and the thought process is totally different. It's not your natural thought process. So why should I take any of that as being valid?
Yeah, I don't really like the phone that much.
I mean, a text message.
I like to communicate, man, but it depends on what the conversation is to me. Like, I don't know, when I'm around a whole bunch of people that just talking about some bullshit, I just usually find myself real quiet, or I just like dip off or something. Like, I'm just not that guy that's like, oh, you know, you seen those Packers last week? Like, nah, bro. Like, I don't watch football, bro. Like, I'm not your guy, dog. Like, we could talk about some stocks and some shit, like some money shit. We could talk about, you know, plans and future. And we could talk about planets, stars, alignment, spirit. We could talk about philosophy. I'm cool with that. But most niggas ain't talking about shit like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Most scenarios that you go into, as far as social is concerned, it's always either about sex, sports, or more sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really
and especially amongst men, it's like we ain't niggas ain't really shooting off no philosophies and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we really on this planet, or are we just simulating inside of a game and don't even realize what's going on outside?
So you're saying there aren't any more in-depth conversations?
I don't ever think there was. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in college, it was the same way. Like, you go around brothers, niggas just talking about chicks. Like, oh man, I hit this joint. I hit about 12 joints. My joint is like, I got like 50 joints on the yard. I got 100 joints on the yard. I'm like, dog, how you fucking mad? How you fucking this many joints? Like, dog, you know, like, I've never had no bodies like that, dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not even ashamed to say no shit like that. Like, I don't even think in college, you know what I'm saying? I don't think in college I was hitting like 50 or double digits. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just irregular. Yeah. But maybe it's not. Maybe niggas gonna laugh at me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. My dick is safe. So I'm good. You know, what about you though?
I mean,
the world
real.
may never know.
That's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking real, man.
But like, I mean, as far as like communicative and sentences and speaking, like, I don't know. I guess amongst our friends, we've always had like deep, intelligent conversations.
Yeah.
And then when people come into our circles, then it makes them want to,
because they get immersed in it.
Yeah.
They feel that energy and they feel like they have to do that.
But with like outside people, like man,
it's just,
you see no skins? I'd be like, no, no, I did not. I don't give a damn about those motherfuckers.
But my thing is, what does that say about the society we live in? What is that? What picture does that paint, yo?
I don't know, man, because I can't really generalize everybody, because I know everybody's not like that. You know what I'm saying? But I find myself having more intellectual conversations with women more than I do men. And it's funny because I never really see that many women having intellectual conversations with each other.
I was going to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't.
So it's like, maybe it's just like the sex brings a different type of environment, you know?
I mean, let's keep it real. A lot of times when it's a male and female type of conversation, it starts off with, let me get some advice on something.
True.
I need man advice.
True.
And then it goes a little bit deeper. How many times have we had conversations like that with the opposite sex? It happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You know? But, I mean, if you want to even go even deeper, how many conversations have you had with the opposite sex about something that was not sex related? You just said the most conversations they have is about sex and sports when it comes to dudes. But when you have conversations with a woman, do you find yourself having more conversations on something that it has nothing to do with relationships or sex? Does it have anything to do with like philosophy or things like that?
I guess it depends on the dude, cause like
I'm just talking about for you personally.
For me,
yeah.
As far as talking to females,
when you have these in-depth conversations with these females,
is it about sex?
Is it normally about love, sex, romance, or anything outside of that?
Well, I've actually kind of changed my whole approach. Like, it used to be like on some shit like, you talk about love, because a lot of girls be in some fucked up ass relationships, or a lot of women be doing too much on their husbands and their boyfriends and putting their husbands and their boyfriends through hell and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but my approach now is like, I like to talk to women more about like improving themselves and like, the shit that I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Like money moves, business moves, ideas, concepts. Because dog, I have so many females that I've talked to in my lifetime, and so many of them always tell me like, I don't have a skill, I don't have an ability, I don't have a dream, I don't have any of that. Even my mother like has said, stuff like that too. In fact, like once you came into this world, it was all about you. I've never had any dreams, you know what I'm saying, other than raising you and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, when I sit back and I think about that, I'm like, shit, like I sit here with all these dreams and all these abstract concepts about what I want to do with my future. But like, you sitting over here, you feel like you don't have any ability. And then I'm just like, that's when it gets to like, I start analyzing. And I'm like, yo, you do this, you got this, you do this, you do this. How can you say you don't have any ability? You need to use that to your advantage.
I mean, I've had conversations.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
trying to put shorties on game, like, because it's not, you don't see a lot of that shit. You don't see a lot of women just out front coming out talking about some real shit. Like, most of the time you hear them listening to some ratchet shit, or they making some videos about their body or some shit like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Showing their titties off. And you see niggas engage in that aspect like, oh damn, I'm gonna just let you know your titties big as shit. Like,
can we get over that in 2022? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Now I know people gonna try to come after me for that shit. Like, oh, you ain't a real nigga and all that bullshit. Fuck all that. Like, can we like get away from the twerking that ass for the TikToks and shit in 2022 and try some different shit? I'm just saying, it's getting to the point that it's getting watered down.
Right, bro.
It's getting tiring seeing, like, I be scrolling past it, to be completely honest. I don't even be looking at this shit no more. I be tired of seeing it because it be the same shit. Y'all doing some type of dance with y'all asses out, and that be it.
And you can pretty much facilitate how your TikTok is gonna go when you strolling, when you scrolling. Yeah. It's pretty much like funny shit, girl, funny shit, girl. Yeah. Somebody rapping over, talking over another voice, talking over another voice. Challenge, girl. Motorcycle, girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I did it for you before, like, and it's always the same little joint females that don't exist. Like, I don't know where these women are. Like, I've never seen half of these women ever, except for in that fantasy realm. But
it's getting a little. We need to get something else, man.
So
Something needs to change. Like, and it kind of scares me because normally when we put all our attention into something like this, something is really happening behind closed doors. You see what I'm saying? When things like this, these old TikTok challenges and all this stuff happens, it's usually something happening, and this is the diversion right here. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody gets caught up in the latest dance craze or some shit, when whole time something political over here is going down, and ain't nobody ready except the people not doing it. You feel what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, we gotta get over that shit, man. We gotta start normalizing talking about black politics and finance. Not even just black, but finance, politics, stuff like that, man. It's time to get to some in-depth conversations, some debates, things like that, man. Like, come on, y'all. When we gonna actually start, taking the initiative to actually put our time, our energy, and our attention into this shit and make the shit cool?
Yeah.
Like, dog. I don't know. Like I said, I ain't trying to rant.
No, you all good, son. But I do got like one major question that's probably going to shake the realm right now.
What's up?
And it's really like off topic, like on some like way deeper shit. Mm-hmm. And people probably going to look at me like this is blasphemous or he the devil or some shit like that. But I'm going to ask you right now. Do you believe in God?
Do I believe in God? Yeah.
You believe God is real?
Yeah, I believe there's a higher power.
Why?
Because I feel like with me, so like I say, I'm more spiritual than I am religious these days, right? Because I grew up deep in the church, whatever. I feel like there's a higher power, and I also feel like the universe plays a role in that. I feel like you have God or whoever you believe in as that higher being, but you also have the universe who you also have to be in alignment with. You feel what I'm saying? And then you have your ancestors. You got your ancestors that's always going to support you. You got the universe that's going to keep you in alignment, and that keeping you in alignment is prepping you to see God.
So that's you feel like all these things, all these concepts and stuff work together.
Yeah.
As one.
Yeah. That's how I feel. That's just me personally.
Being more spiritual than religious.
Mm-hmm. When I pray to Ra. Mm-hmm. That's who I pray to. But then I also incorporate the universe and I incorporate my ancestors.
And what makes you believe in Ra?
It's just me. I mean, with me learning a bunch of different religions and then actually taking a step back from religion and trying to, because you know me, I love history. That's my big thing. Like, when I started looking at the different worldly religions out here and the spiritualities, it tied myself to what was the oldest religion or the oldest spirituality that we've been researching, and that's when I came up with Egypt being that in the ancient mystery system. That system right there, and yoga, and how yoga is deeper than just what you think is just stretching. There's different types of yoga. Meditation is yoga. Meditation is praying. You see what I'm saying? Meditation is, yoga is worship. It's so many different things, and that all, from what the research I've done, it all ties into that ancient mystery system that was in Egypt. That's kind of how I just, kind of do my thing. Yeah, it's just me. What about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
Do I believe in God? I definitely believe in something. Is it God? The only reason I would have to question that is because God is a word that was taught to me. You know what I'm saying? It was presented as this being. And I had to take it because I didn't know anything else. So like, if God is a definition and God's name means something that is only identified on earth, and has said to have been given to them by God. Do I believe in that word? I don't know. Because I don't know what you see. I don't know what you see when you say God. I don't know who you're thinking of. I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know what this being looks like physically. You know what I'm saying? But like if we talk about a spirit or a force or some type of element or elemental that exists beyond this plane of vision and in our sense of actually hearing and seeing and tasting and smelling, you know, I believe that there's some forces at work. Like I believe in the universe, I believe in the earth, and I believe that everything has a spirit. You know what I'm saying? I believe in a I kind of want to say like a unified state of mind, which would be like a conscience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a supreme consciousness.
I believe that I feel like everybody's connected, and this is something that I've arrived on just recently, as far as like universal connection, because like I find myself seeing people or thinking about people that I've never even met in my life, that I've never even seen before. Sometimes I'll close my eyes and I'll see faces of people that I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? There's some people out here who can mentally enter into your mind state and put you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That right there is like you're now entering wavelengths. You're touching things that you can't physically touch. You're moving things with your spirit. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to with your body. So when you're able to connect to somebody like that on a conscious level, even like with feelings and stuff like that, it's like we have to be connected in some way because we wouldn't be able to understand one another if not.
Okay. Do you believe that there's a heaven and a hell?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't even know if I believe that there is a place you go after you die. I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, I feel like it's a cycle. I feel like when you die, your essence of who you are transitions into something else, and then you become those things. I don't think there's just one version of anybody. I feel like all of you is split up and divided into different things so that you can learn different things, and then when you come back in the next life, you can do better or try to do better, or you know what I'm saying? I just can't, because if I look at how things die and I look at what becomes of them after they die and where they go, it just looks like a continuous cycle. Like a tree is a seed. It grows from out of the ground, grabs its roots, digs in, it grows up. You know what I'm saying? Then it dies, it falls down. But it doesn't just disappear. That it rots. That rotten stuff becomes nutrients for bugs. You know what I'm saying? And for soil, it goes back into the earth. The ants and the bees and the woodpeckers and the birds, they carry all these different places, and it goes so many different places. That tree now becomes something else. It's seeds. It has been dropping over periods of time. Those seeds that it's been dropping become the same, you know what I'm saying, the same tree.
I totally agree with you.
So it's like, when you look at life like that, it's like, does anybody ever truly die? And should we be sad? You know what I'm saying? Like, they always say, the church says, you know, a funeral is a celebration of their homegoing or whatever they want to celebrate. And I'm like, okay, I can get with that. Even though it's sad and it looks weird, like, I can understand the celebration, you know?
So what do you think happens to the soul?
I think the soul does the same. I think it transitions into something different. Like, I don't even know, like souls and shit like that. I can't even tell nowadays what's the difference between a soul and a spirit. You know what I'm saying? Aren't they the same? You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you are a spirit, that means that your spirit can be divided. It can be molded. It can be changed. It can be shaped. It can change into different things, you know? So that's how I believe. You know, I think the universe, I want to believe that, a part of me wants to believe that there's one person or one being taking care of everything, but it conflicts with so much other real things that I see. You know what I'm saying? I
agree with you.
And that
I don't feel like it's just one thing. Honestly, to me, I don't feel like I say, I pray to Ra, but I don't feel like Ra is the only person that's at bay pulling the strings, so to speak. feel like you have other gods and goddesses. And when it comes to like heaven and hell, I don't believe that there's a hell. I really think if you really want to classify hell, we'll be on earth, what we're going through now. But I feel like when it comes to like, I feel like everything goes into egoism. You know what I'm saying? Now, from what I read and kind of like how the ancient mystery system is, that you got a picture of a boat, right? And the boat is always moving. Now, they say you have heaven. Heaven is considered nut, N-U-T. Earth is considered Jeb. So the boat that has Ra and all those different goddesses and goddesses, they're going across this like picture, just hills, right? So these are fetters. You feel what I'm saying?
I've heard these terms.
Yeah, like when you experience like egoism and things like that, or things that kind of take you out of that consciousness when it comes to like lust, envy, jealousy, all that stuff, it's putting you into that egoism. You feel what I'm saying? So you're hitting those hills. You got to get your boat back right. That's just how it's kind of hard for me to explain in this way. And people gonna probably be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah, because I'm
but,
kind of
like, it's like I say, it's hard to explain. But just I don't believe that there's heaven and a hell. I feel like you either going into this egoism state or you're still living in your divine consciousness. That's just kind of how I picture it. You know, and when you transition into that state,
this is after death.
No, I'm saying this is now. This is part of like your where you are right now on Earth. When you experience these things, you know how the church says if you do this, you'll go to hell.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like when you do these certain different things, you're going into your egoism. When you transition over, I feel like, just like you said, the body is going in a bunch of different places. I feel like you have the choice. You can either live in that supreme conscious state, which is like the ultimate, you feel what I'm saying? Or you can transition over and live that next life if you so choose to. You can still be that soul that's still in that state of being, that state of like spirituality and consciousness, or you can choose to live another life over again and not have any recollection of what was going on.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out like how does it pertain to like life after death, like, so because I hear what you're saying, but I'm like the question is like, you know, is there heaven and hell? That only pertains to like after death, life after death is what I'm. So you're saying basically you're talking about like sin and righteousness or whatever. Yeah. Basically you're just saying like those that consider sin to be sin are really just entering into their egoism, and then those that do like right or think they whatever is good, if good, are entering into a state of a different state.
You're still in your divine consciousness. Yeah.
So you're saying that doesn't dictate what happens to you in the afterlife.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
But
now I feel like you will be judged when you get to that state. You will be judged, and that's when I feel like that's when the whole
I'm kind of like I don't think I believe in that type of stuff. I don't believe that there's like a justice system or like there's some type of like shit like that, because it's like if we as human beings are going to be judged, that means that everything that dies has to be judged. That means that everything that dies has to either go to heaven or hell. And that's why I'm just like, I don't understand that shit, because you don't go outside and see animals on their knees praying to God and shit and like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a thing. It's like, they live their life and shit. Granted, they say that, you know, human beings are, that's what separates us from the man, from the animal and shit. I'm like, okay, what the fuck ever. But like, you know what I'm saying? Even monkeys and gorillas and shit, they have a super intelligence, but you don't never see them out there developing a religion. You know what I'm saying? Or like a community, and they talking about, well, you know, God did this and the Father, Jesus, and Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm like, where do these concepts and shit come from? It's like, we want to believe more than what we know and shit. But what we know is what we know and shit. So we just start creating shit up. We start making shit up. But it's like, I feel you. I understand. I get the spiritualism. I understand that because it does feel at times that there's something more than to us than just us.
Yeah.
But I guess I just get so fucked up and so upset with people because I'm like, you can believe in something you've never seen, but then you think that we're the only people in the whole entire universe. Like that, it's not possible. You know what I'm saying? But you believe in Satan, who was an angel that fell from heaven, and God created a hell for him. Why would God want to create a hell for something that he, because he loves everything, but he's Satan. Like, and even on top of that, why would God intentionally create something like that, knowing that it was going to become that? It's like these concepts of these people and these places, like, it's like, okay, either you're going to go to school or you're going to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on out here?
I mean, it's a lot to it. It's a lot, but those are the questions that we always going to ask, man.
We going to be asking that shit until we fire it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For the rest of our life, we're going to always have them questions. But, I mean, and to wrap it all up, because I know we over time, but those are the questions you're going to kind of have to ask yourself and then do the research on your own as well.
Exactly.
You know,
that's what it comes down to.
Like I said,
you have to believe.
I'm not saying that my path is right. I'm not saying that your path is right. But you have your beliefs and I have mine. We just gotta live in our own truth. Shout out to Sade. That's what she say. Live in your truth, right? That's all you can do. What you believe is what you believe. Live in that shit. If you totally believe that shit, do what you gotta do. And we'll find out, or you'll find out later on in life if you were living right or not. You know, this is what it is. But I know we done, man. With that being said, this is your boy Kemetic Energy.
Your boy Kraynupe.
And this is Dirty 30.
Yo, we out.
Produced by Live Sound and Entertainment. Peace.